Mayor and Council, as you may remember, last meeting, someone from the public came up and asked about the invoices for the attorney for the last few years, Eric Bernstein. I just wanted to report that Mr. Bernstein was paid $238,000 between 2022 and 2024. He's also continuing to bill us. There's an invoice outstanding for about $9,500. We're disputing those charges. We're going through attorney fee arbitration with the Office of Attorney Ethics. We are putting all the paperwork together now to send it on. To ensure that we're not spending a lot of money on this. The only cost to the borough is one check for $50 to the Disciplinary Oversight Committee. So we will send our dispute on to them regarding this invoice. And hopefully come to a resolution. And what we're disputing in the invoice is the work done for fact finding regarding the local 152 contract.
Can I ask a question about this? Are we only disputing what's left, this $9,000 that he's invoicing us for, not that you said 228 paid and
238,000.
and then that was for 23 and 24 collectively?
22, 23, and 24.
Oh, 20, okay.
But that was for OPRAs and other items as well, correct? Or was this just for negotiations?
It was for all of them, but a significant amount for negotiations and again for fact finding. So if we are successful in our dispute for the 9,000, we are going to pursue the availability, if there is one, to claw back some of those dollars that were paid out prior to this administration, the previous administration, for that type of fact finding and mediation that was never necessary to begin with.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it put us at risk for a lawsuit?
No, if that's a great question. So if we do not go through the attorney fee arbitration, then Mr. Bernstein could sue us for not paying this invoice. And then obviously that would cost us legal fees. But for $50, it seems worthwhile to go and see if we can get at least a few $1,000s knocked off that 9,500. And if we can take that and look at the other line items and the other bills, to Councilman Weber's point, and if there's additional fact finding in previous years to go after that money back as well and try to claw that back to the taxpayers.
What will we base that on? Just like he didn't find any facts, or that it's just an unnecessary thing to bill us for? I mean, what's the,
That was an unnecessary line item to bill us for, correct?
okay,
And there's a panel made up of a couple attorneys, some members of the public that adjudicate this.
can you bring to that whenever you go before this panel, like tell them what the total amount of all this, the arbitration with the labor union? Like, what did that all add up into the end? Like, I think when you compare that to what this number you just gave us, it might make the panel think about their decision.
Yes, sir.
Kepler 504 Central Avenue, here in town. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Doherty for his report tonight, in regard to Mr. Bernstein. I find it obscene the amount of money when totaled that was allocated to that firm, given what we know in history that I won't go into, but I think we're all aware. But not just about the labor issues, but specifically to the OPRA issues. We all know the double dipping scheme he had going periodically with, in my opinion, of the OPRA, where he was our OPRA attorney. He was denying OPRA requests, getting paid to review them and to deny them, and then subsequently going to court and getting paid to go to court to defend them. And then the judge was overturning it because he would lose because he wasn't following the OPRA. And if he had just, if he was really an OPRA attorney who understood OPRA law, he would have granted and not redacted the records that he ended up having to unredact when he lost in court, all with our tax money. So he was getting paid on both sides. How convenient. And I think that that is something else that I think the Office of Attorney Ethics should evaluate.
Other comments? Yes, sir, Mr. Cohen.
Thomas J. Cohen, 612 Third Avenue. I'd like to echo one of the previous speakers on the Bernstein bills. I actually filed suit against the town because I was given documents that were 80 to 90% redacted. And it was very nerve-wracking, and the town did settle by paying my legal fees. So again, it's this kind of churning of the account, charging to do the redactions, and then having to charge to then fight the lawsuit, and then having to pay me anyway. I mean, I'm so happy that this is getting out there because it's quite a fact. Fortunately, in that case, I paid my retainer to the attorney, but the court does allow fee shifting for Open Public Records Act violations, so I was able to claw that back. But it's annoying because it doesn't serve the purposes of the OPRA requirements.
Brigitte McGuire, are you available?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi there. Just want to make a couple of comments. I too was someone who had a lawsuit based on OPRAs and about over 20 documents that were loaded with black ink redactions. They looked like bar graphs if you turn them sideways. I believe I had all but 3 unredacted documents come out of that lawsuit. So it's crazy that he's fighting for this invoice to be paid and we're at risk for a lawsuit. You know, we all keep trying to move forward positively, but we have so much to fix in this town and are constantly reminded of how poorly things have been managed.